Day after the Attorney General's lawsuit was filed, Roblox's market value dropped by $12 billion. In response, the company scrambled to roll out new policies targeting the very not safe for work games featured in the lawsuit and my videos, like for instance bathroom simulators. Mind you, the community has been calling out these games for years now, but still, even after everything, instead of removing these blatantly inappropriate experiences, Roblox simply slapped a 17+ label on them.
17 plus isn't going to. What is going on? Ain't no way. Hold up. What happened? What happened? Oh my goodness. I blame TikTok. Everything that's going on, I blame TikTok. TikTok is crashing on me now. End stream? You already ended my stream. Yeah, I saw my thing say live end. What do you mean end my stream? You forcibly first you made me switch my recommendation thingy. Like I don't know what they made me switch, but I could not stream unless I switched it. And now they're telling me that I ended like to end stream, but they forcibly ended my stream. Like, are we for real? Mm, I blame TikTok. I blame TikTok. This is not even closing. What's it called? Uh, uh, um. I can have live captions. That's cool. Um. Uh. I forgot the word. What's the word? What's the word? Oh my god. What's the word? What's the word? I'm not liking this. I am so mad. I can't do anything. I need to Google how how to close a system on PC. Control Shift Escape. No. How do I close a program? Use the keyboard. Alt 4. No. Um um I forgot what it's called. I need help. How to background. Mhm. Uh Wallahi, I don't know what I'm doing. I need tech support. I need some tech support. I don't know what I'm doing. Um I don't know what it's called. Control panel. No, this is not it. I need I love how we went from reaction stream to being a crash stream to tech support stream. Close. I don't want closed captions. I want task manager. That's what I was looking for. I spent 5 million years trying to come up with task manager. Oh my goodness. CPU usage is crazy. I'm at 100%. No wonder why it's crashing on me. End task. Okay. Um, we're gonna try that again. How about? I hate life sometimes. Anyways, Theo, if you're still here, how's your day? We reviewed. Um, 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 appeal not the visibility restriction. This is great. There we go. Anyways,
They also launched a ban wave against some of the worst games they've knowingly hosted for years. Games that have led thousands of children to getting extorted, and worse. Roblox's actions are nothing more than damage control for the problems they've allowed to fester, when the entire community was screaming at them to fix these problems. And the community saw that killing the messenger was an act of war. Shortly after these changes, Roblox released a video so bad that it was community noted on Twitter twice. David Baszucki, the CEO of Roblox, Matt Kaufman, the chief safety officer of Roblox, and Eliza Jacobs, the senior director of product policy, did a 45-minute tech talk. Most of this is just corporate jumbo, but they go ahead and respond directly to their vigilante policy. Before I show this, I want you to remember, I'm the only person that Roblox is targeted with this vigilante policy that they just created. Not even my team was moderated or given any legal letter. I begged for a clear line and even offered to keep much of my work private to help, and I'm no way obligated to do that, but instead they went straight after me, moderating my accounts and sending a cease and desist before I could even react to the policy. And let's be clear about one thing, I'm not a vigilante. That means I'm taking the law into my own hands. We work with law enforcement, which is why we have arrests. Roblox
who's the guy that he works with? I forgot his name. Um, Hi, hello. Welcome on in. We're doing a reaction to Roblox Take a Seat featuring Chris Hansen by Schlept. What's that guy's name? Didion, right? Did I say his name correctly? Didion. He worked with him. I remember because Didion does catches of those type of stuff.
refuses to say my name because they'd have to acknowledge those arrests. But make no mistake, they're responding to the outrage, which is about me, and this is what they had to say about it. They first start off the interview by
I just realized I said Didion. I meant okay.
talking about how vigilantes started out as a good thing.
Both inside of Roblox, and I think that there are lots of people outside of Roblox who really have the best intentions and the welfare of our community at heart. We all want to keep Roblox safe. And you know what? We welcome them in part of the dialogue about how to keep Roblox safer. And we have members of the community in these vigilante groups that started off in a really good place. They started off by saying like, hey,
And they are still in a good place. What do you mean? The fact that these quote unquote vigilante groups are doing more than the chief or whoever of safety is saying a lot. How much are you getting paid, buddy? How much is your salary? And how much have you done?
they're reporting on issues on Roblox. They're talking about how we could do better. And, you know, we paid really careful attention.
This statement
You pay really careful attention, but for example, what was it? A bathroom simulator, public bathroom simulator was trending. That like it was like one of the first things you see. That's being really careful. Are we for real? There are so many other games. But anyways,
is just laughably hilarious. If Roblox is really paying attention, then what
Roblox is trying to be VR chat, just saying.
about when my mom emailed you guys about my own cheating case? What did you do then? Nothing. Actually, you kept paying the guy for years afterwards until you were literally forced to do something about it. If what Roblox was claiming was actually true, them listening to the community, why are the biggest content creators leaving your exclusive YouTuber program in protest of how you're moderating your platform? And I'm gonna actually bring up something later in this interview to show you how much of a joke this is. This here is Meep City, one of the most controversial games on Roblox.
See, Meep City. I wanna join on my old account. I might do that like another stream.
Craft, one of the largest Roblox YouTubers, joined this game and within 4 seconds was exposed to not safe for work content. The community has been complaining about this game for almost a decade now, but Roblox has still continued to leave this game up and platform it. But CEO
It depends on what am I reading.
So David Bazuki mentions this game by name, and here's their philosophy on this.
You know, I can see some of our community naming experiences on Roblox and just say, take it down, take it down, take it down. I'd say examples could be Meep City, for example. Can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
Brother, I am going to have a stroke if I read that. What am I looking at? Crushalicious. I cannot read that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have a stroke.
I think one thing that's really challenging on this global immersive interactive platform is that we have content created by developers and creators and content created by the community, by the users that are in that game. And one thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users.
But it's always also like sometimes it is the developer's fault. Like if you know, like for example, Meep City. We're gonna use Meep City as an example. If you know, like as a developer, you know that something you added into your game is being abused, isn't it? You as a developer, you should take it down. Not the game per se, but like the the added, right? TikTok is being a bitch again. It's okay. I'm gonna ignore TikTok for now. Like for the party system, be like take it down because there's especially I'm gonna keep using Meep City as an example because like I grew up on Meep City. I was a kid when that system came out, so it's like kids are on your platform, right? That's certain. That's kids are using your platform. However, and then they are being exposed to such content. At least if you're not going to take it down permanently, like that party system that they had, take it down temporarily. Remove it. Maybe I don't know. Like I don't know, but like your live is not eligible. I don't care. You think I care if my live is eligible? I don't. I'm just streaming. But like I don't know. It's like I see both ways to it. I like to think of myself as a neutral person. So like I can see both ways, but let's also think logically. As a logical like logically, like there are different ways to go around it.
How is this a crazy math problem? This is so simple. The creator of this game wants these people in their game. How is this even
But isn't it better that the oh what's going off? Hold up. Is that my tablet?
controversial? The developer is giving the tools to the player to make this in a
One of the things mentioned in Roblox cease and desist letter to me was that I shared personal private information. Okay.
appropriate content. And that is the problem with Roblox. Roblox turns a blind eye unless the developers are blatantly making not safe for work games. And even then, it is still on the line if Roblox will take action. Roblox might have just went back on their word regarding Meep City. This game had
I think one of the main reasons, like again, I'm not a lawyer or anything. Um, I have a friend that is, but I can ask him later on. One of the main reasons why Roblox isn't really doing anything is because this it can be like a federal investigation. Like this is like it would be like a crime. You know what I mean? Like it's not just a lawsuit. It could be more than that. How old are you? I'm 20.
every inappropriate feature removed from it pretty much overnight. It's unknown if Roblox made Alex Neutron, the creator of Meep City, do this, but either way, it shows the public pressure is working. Games that Roblox is doubling down on are folding, so that's why it's really important to keep speaking up about this.
It is now, yes.
Then we saw something change. What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies. And so let me explain what that means. They would go and create accounts on Roblox, claiming to be a child.
Roblox keeps repeating this same
Do they want them to use actual children? Is that what they're saying? Allegedly. Everything is alleged. Roblox, don't sue me.
talking point that I'm impersonating and pretending to be a child. But here's the reality. You have to pretend to be a child because if the predators knew they were talking to an adult, that wouldn't even be a crime. You guys seem to be more upset that I'm pretending to be a child than predators are decoys. And if it wasn't our decoys, it would be a real person. It's also worth noting that the FBI, ICAC, and local law enforcement all use these same exact tactics. Would Roblox be willing to send them a cease and desist too? And their claim that I'm impersonating children is flat out false. Impersonation means I'm stealing the identity of a real child. From the very beginning, we've never used real kids. We don't send pictures of real children, and we create totally new identities where every single photo that's sent is of someone that is of age. The only difference is we tell these people that we are underage. This is flat out a lie, what they're claiming. But what happens next is so wild that the CEO of Roblox cuts off the chief safety officer.
And then they would enter into game servers and they would go and start asking everybody around them, how old are you? And they were seeking out adults. If you said that you were, move on. But if you said that you were 25, then they would start engaging in conversations. And they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this anecdotal? Because I know we have chat logs for all chat on Roblox.
I mean, that's not even how it works, but okay.
And historical records. Are you able to kind of...
David totally derails that conversation. That statement is probably the most wild made by Matt Kaufman in this whole interview. To simulate what, Matt Kaufman? Because
Roblox is now a dating site for real. They are adding a dating app. I know. I saw that. I saw they posted about it like over a year ago about those options like adding, and I'm like, "Oh my god." I think this is my personal opinion. Roblox shouldn't like I'm an adult, okay? I'm 20. I do sometimes play Roblox, and even when I do, I don't interact with others. If I'm interacting with others, it's with my friends, right? I usually play like solo games, but that's me personally. Um, I don't think they should be adding those type of like stuff like the dating 17 plus. Like I understand maybe 13 plus because there are games that are a bit more graphic for younger audiences, like I don't want to use like first person shooters. Sometimes there's like gore, so I understand that, but like to add dating, I don't know.
It's not simulation. These are predators thinking that they're talking to someone that is real, and they a lot of times want to show up in person and do stuff to them in real life. And in my opinion, this shows how little Roblox actually cares about this problem. They can say whatever they want, they can talk about all the new safety features that they're rolling out, but it means nothing if lawsuits are being filed every single week against the company and headlines are making the media about a new horrible situation happening because of this platform. I also want to say how they totally mischaracterize how I run my decoy operation. We are never the first to engage with any of the predators. They always contact our decoy account first. So
Especially on Discord. Like like Roblox has connection with Discord. So like those Roblox server Discord thingy mabobbies, it's usually always on Discord.
So we saw these actors, they're pretending to be kids, they're trying to find adults, and then what they're doing is they're trying to move the conversation as quickly as possible to other platforms that don't have the type of monitoring and policies that Roblox has. And then they were using that activity that happened on other platforms to create situations that they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
Roblox is accusing me of encouraging adults to talk inappropriately to people they shouldn't. That is not true, and if it was true, I wouldn't have a single arrest. We present
I have an experience like that when I was 17. I'm the same.
ourselves as a naive kid who doesn't know about these topics. Crimes like this should obviously be reported to law enforcement first, not Roblox. If Roblox is notified before the police, they can delete accounts, tip off the predators that are being investigated, and give them a chance to erase valuable evidence that the police need to prosecute. The fact that these predators are on the platform to begin with shows that their safety systems have failed. If Roblox did their jobs, there wouldn't be anybody for us to find. Roblox also claims that I'm moving these players to other platforms, but those platforms are linked directly on Roblox's own site. Roblox has actually even partnered with some of those platforms. They even own a bot on that other platform. Anyone can make an account 13 plus and see social media links on Roblox, and unsurprisingly, people in real life have been abducted because of this feature that Roblox allows. And when they say I'm creating these situations, that's just insulting. I'm not creating situations. These
Oh my god.
predators are trying to grab people within your
Can you make it halfway?
community.
And there's a bunch of issues in here. Number one, the violation of our policies about being honest about how old you are. Number two, moving
People lie all the time. Little kids put their age higher just so they could have access to more games. And you know how I know that? Because I used to do that.
conversations off platform. And number three, waiting to tell Roblox when they identified violative behavior to come and tell us so we could take action.
In Matt Coffin's own words, in articles about vigilantes, he said law enforcement officials are best positioned to investigate potential crimes. So why is he criticizing us for going to the police first? And it's not like we're not even reporting these things to Roblox. We do. We give Roblox the same Google Drive that we give to the cops. They have the first chat log till the very end where they're in handcuffs. And we have numerous fully documented instances where Roblox refused to take action until after we released videos that got millions of views. Also, waiting to tell Roblox in general is a policy violation? If you were on Roblox and went straight to the authorities instead of reporting it to Roblox first, could you technically be violating Roblox's terms of service?
I think some of these groups started off in a really good
When I was 17 2 years ago. And that's how
place, and they started off
God, I I'm not sure how much I can say because TOS and all that, but I have a similar experience. This one time, they did send such pictures to me. Oh my god, it's wild. There was this person that was even lied to me. Like um, they told me that they were a girl. Like I'm okay with like trans if you're trans or all that stuff. Like I don't care. But like they told me they were a girl. And they transitioned, which like is fine. I don't care too much. Um, it turns out they were lying the whole time. Just like okay, it was that's a story for another time. Like there's like I'm not saying the whole story because like again I can't really say it, but oh my gosh, we'll never forget happened on Roblox.
Really, and they still do really care about the community. The actions that they were taking were putting our community at greater risk and were violations of our policy.
He says I'm putting the community at risk. Roblox even went as far to accuse me and my team of being similar to predators. Think about that. They're implying
That's
I
wild.
am preying on predators. So to Matt Kaufman and David Bazuki, I'm very sorry for preying on the predators of your platform and getting them arrested and put in handcuffs, because I didn't ever want to see kids go through what I went through.
These actors that were coming on the platform, they were reaching out to dozens and dozens of people, and the vast majority of those people were not responding to those engagements, and frankly were harmed in that process.
I'm gonna show you this predator I caught. I sent a message in the chat and I got this guy messaging me.
Yes, okay, how old are you? I ask him back how old he is, and he says he's older than 18. I tell him I'm years old. Do you mind me being younger? No, not really. If you can keep it a secret between us, though. And he does Predator Strat 101. He asks for my Snap or Discord. And the reason why he's asking for Snap is because the messages delete. I tell him Discord, and I get on Discord with him, and the messages begin right away.
Throughout that entire process, where did I harm anyone? Because the real harm was Roblox letting this game exist on their platform for years. It only disappeared after Hindenburg, an investment research firm, went ahead and exposed Roblox for hosting this experience. And conveniently, it vanished the moment they showcased this predator catch. Notice as well how I wasn't the one to ask for Discord or Snapchat. The predator did. These were the sort of people interacting with our decoys, and so many people are
Hold up.
becoming victimized from people exactly like this.
They were normalizing policy violations on the platform.
What Roblox's own algorithm recommends.
Look at that. Oh, I think they did a collaboration with I don't remember who. It was a music artist. And like pretty much one of their emotes was like, like shaking your ass and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, on Roblox is crazy.
Inappropriate items to people. Roblox actively hosts not safe for work games for children. Roblox themselves in this interview doubled down on one of the most infamous instances of inappropriate behavior that they've allowed for nearly a decade, and they're really going at me for normalizing policy violations. Absolutely unbelievable.
And the other piece is oftentimes the sort of evidence that was collected, the video evidence, was really difficult to verify, really difficult for us. And if law enforcement had to verify it, then they're talking about subpoenas. And so I think some really is just much more complicated on the back end.
I'm not sure how the evidence that I was sending you guys was hard to verify. I sent you guys screen recordings of us scrolling through the entire chat on mobile, and a lot of the stuff that happens is happening directly within Roblox. Like
Okay. Oh my god. Did the microphone cut out or something? Like, have you been hearing me talk? Like, was I talking at all? What's the last thing you heard? Because I've been talking. I have been talking. Oh my goodness. You see, this is what I mean. It's a little bit of a horrible stream today because I'm still figuring stuff out, but it's okay. It's okay. Love this for me. I really do love this for me. This is great, you guys. We're in this together. Unbelievable. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh my god. Unbelievable. I I I kind of forgot what I was saying. I was trying to say that um like I just find it wild. I forgot. Now I lost my train of thought. Like, I was doing a whole speech and everything, and then next thing I know, I see no mic. That made me lose my train of thought. What was I saying? Hold up. Let me go back a little bit.
To verify,
Let
I
me
sent
figure
you guys
what I was
screen
saying.
recordings of us scrolling through the entire chat on mobile.
Right. So I was saying, like, it's kind of like wild um um how they're just saying it's fake. Did you hear me talk about the AI part? Uh, I'm gonna cry. I made a whole. I was talking. I was no. Okay, so I have to go through this whole ordeal again. Anyways, so what was I saying? So it's like, I understand. I see both sides to this. I understand how. No, that's not how I started my little speech. I was saying, like, screen recordings are really great for, like, to show proof, because if you just send screenshots, those can be altered, right? Those can be edited. Those sometimes, like, you can also use, like, AI to, like, change it, right? Screenshots can be edited. So, like, if it was a screenshot, again, I understand Roblox would be like a little skeptic, but he's sending not screenshot, he's sending screen recordings, which is why I really like, whenever I'm trying to send something to people, like proof or whatever, I send a screen recording so they know I'm not altering anything, and I'm doing that in real time. Like, because you can always refresh and show, like, hey, this, I didn't do anything. Like, this is legit. And let's say, hypothetically, even if this was fake, like what Schlepped sent fake screenshots or something. Let's say, hypothetically, I'm not saying he is, but let's say he did. As a platform, even if you think it's fake, you should investigate. That's your job. When, for example, when police, my school, we had, on my campus, we had a bomb threat. It was obviously fake, right? It was very fake from that threat email, but still, they took actions. That's the point. That's the problem. They're not taking action. You're saying, like, oh, what if, honey, you're making a whole lot of money. You're the chief of what, safety, and you're caring if it's fake. Find out if it's fake. Then that's your job. Your job is to make the kids safe. Your job is to make the people that play your game safe. So what? Deal with it. Go through all of it. Are you just gonna say no to everything unless it's an FBI person who's sending it to you? Like, how does that work?
And a lot of the stuff that happens is happening directly within Roblox. Like for instance, when Roblox refused to ban this predator, we got arrested in Hawaii, and he was literally talking in-game about planning the meetup in real life on Roblox. With all that being said, I wanted to ask someone who's been working with law enforcement and has been doing predator catching since before I was even born. So I decided to take a seat with Chris Hansen to catch some answers.
Hansen.
I'm Chris Hansen. I'm co-founder and correspondent reporter for the True Blue Streaming Crime Network. We do a lot of crime and investigative reporting. Our Takedown series, which exposes predators trying to exploit children online. And we also work on a number of documentaries, including this particular project, exposing the sort of thing that goes on Roblox.
I wanted to ask you about some of the comments that Roblox has specifically stated about like predator catching. One of the main complaints is pretending to be a child. I want to know your answer. It's kind of obvious, but the importance of using decoy accounts to just find different predators.
Well, we couldn't do it without using decoy accounts. In the very beginning, we had an online watchdog group, Perverted Justice, do that work, and now, and for the last several years, it's been members of law enforcement who have posed as children online, merely sitting in one of these areas, and they wait to be approached by somebody who is seeking to exploit children. And then the conversation takes place. It all happens according to the law, and then that gets turned over. Now, I understand that anytime somebody is not with law enforcement, it gives pause to a corporation. It's like, okay, here's this kid. We don't know whether he's following the rules properly. We don't know if he's running this by a lawyer. Maybe you could argue that they just don't want that sort of activity on their platform, but you think they'd be more worried about the activity that you're exposing.
That's what I've been trying to get at this whole time.
That's the point.
Let's worry about that, number one, and then you can have a conversation with young Schlepp. I mean, if I was the CEO of Roblox, I would make you an ambassador for security.
That's okay.
I would get out in front of this thing and do what would be a fantastic promotional move. I'm a little dumbfounded that they haven't figured it out, given that these guys are in the high-tech world who invented this stuff in some ways. You know, why don't they get ahead of it and get a young guy on their team?
That's
what I'm doing with you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not that hard to figure out. I learned a long time ago that if you're not listening to the youngest guy,
You know I feel like the problem is, like Roblox specifically, allegedly, everything's alleged, right? I feel like I have to say that. The chief of safety, or whatever his name is his, maybe, at least, I don't know, right? But like, I think maybe he's like concerned about his own position. If he brings Schlept in, Schlept has more, like, if he brings Schlept in, his position may be on the line. Like the chief of safety, with the bozo looking guy, his position may be on the line because he can be replaced. It's clear Roblox isn't doing well. They haven't done well in a while. Schlept is here, making an impact and showing the impact that he's created. And then let's say Schlept gets involved onto their team. Okay, hypothetically, let's say they add him onto the team. If they feel like, for example, like the head of Roblox or whatever, if they feel like Schlept is doing so well, even better than their chief of safety has done in the past couple of how many years he's been with Roblox, they can replace him. And I think that's where like the chief of safety comes in. Like they're scared.
girl in the room, you're missing opportunity. You have to evolve and you have to keep on top of this technology and you have to bring new ideas into the room to do your job. My job is to expose bad people. You are helping.
I mean, the thing is, I've made it very, very clear to Roblox since the beginning. Give us a private line. We are open to communicate with you. We want to talk with you guys. We know a lot of these really bad actors, and the first official contact I had with them was the cease and desist letter.
It's horrible from a public image standpoint. I mean, you're killing the messenger, right? It's not like you're out there tracking these guys down with, tasers and smoke guns. I mean, you're providing information to the platform to do something about it.
One of the major complaints that Roblox had about me was that
he's brand new. The chief of safety is brand new. Really? Oh, that's good to know.
I was actually going to law enforcement first before sending their report, just so that they would have a start to finish
That's a great way to start your career. Scandal.
conversation of everything that took place. Did you guys ever reach out to social media sites before this sting goes down?
No, we always go to law enforcement. We work with law enforcement in everything we do. And that is to ensure a successful prosecution. That's why the prosecution rate in these stings is, like 99.1%. It's law enforcement first, then they can deal with the corporation. The corporation should be more concerned about reporting what it finds to law enforcement to investigate.
I'm going to read to you a quote from Roblox's corporate blog describing
Oh my goodness. Hello.
our operations.
Yep, and
Similar
because
to
of
actual
events
predators,
such
they
as
often impersonate minds,
He's just a
actively
friend
approach
of
users, and then try to
David.
lead them
Oh
onto
my
different
God.
platforms to have sexually explicit
Hi, Ido.
conversations.
How have
We
you been?
obviously do not talk to these predators. We don't impersonate real children. Our decoys are, adults.
Well, I think if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, that's wrong. Based upon what you've said to me, you don't actively
It's been a
bait
hot
these
minute.
guys in terms of making the first approach. You merely set up a profile as somebody who's underage, and you exist in that room until an adult approaches one of your decoys. Then if conversation takes place, they get exposed.
This is wild.
And that information gets turned over to law enforcement. And in many cases, they do something, and then you report that both on your platform as a citizen journalist, a young guy working on.
Oh, hi, Ido. Sorry, I forgot. Hello. We're doing a reaction stream today because I'm kind of lazy and I don't know what game to play. So, what's easier than a reaction? We're reacting to Roblox Take a Seat featuring Chris Hansen by Schlepped. We're like 19 minutes into the video, even though we've been at this for like an hour.
These stories and to Roblox to take action as a corporate citizen.
I thought it was kind of wild how they compared what we're doing to actual predators.
Well, if they're mischaracterizing what you're doing, yeah, that's horrible. This entire project is going to be healthy for Roblox, and it's going to be especially good for users of Roblox because anything that creates awareness and a dialogue is important. And you need to tell parents that this stuff exists, that these dangers are out there, and that if your child is approached by a predator, they need to come to the parents. I mean, that's the first line of defense. It's great what you're doing. It's great what I do. And it's really great that law enforcement and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children does all this work every day across the country. It's great that Roblox has a department that takes a look at some of this stuff. What's not great is the lack of connection here that could make it even better and safer. Until that happens, we have to show parents.
Watch it by Mike. Watch. Law by Mike's video as well. Oh,
What goes
if we
on
have
here,
time,
they have to have the discussion with kids and say, hey,
I
be
cannot
careful.
speak.
What made
If
you
we
like
have time, we'll
interested
go to it as well. Law by Mike. What did I do? What?
into like getting into
My bad,
Roblox?
sorry.
I was personally getting communications on social media saying, you need to look into this, you need to look into this, you need to look into this. And then we saw a big.
Hold up, something's happening. Oh, oh no. Oh no. It's happening again, y'all. Hold up. Task manager. That's it. I need to close TikTok. TikTok is being so buggy. I'm gonna blame TikTok. I'm blaming TikTok, okay? The LA part made me confused a bit. Yeah, and same. There, TikTok. Verify to continue. I have to verify? What? Anyways.
Case down in Florida where a guy was arrested in Central Florida for and actually.
What's going on? Ciao. Anyways.
Giving them Robux and having them exploit siblings and other.
Speaking of Robux, my sister bought Robux using my card.
It made headlines down in Marion County, Florida. And so I started digging into it. We had good contacts with that sheriff's department there. And we actually, ironically, just did a predator sting, a takedown sting down there. So we started with an interview there. And it turns out that in the same jurisdiction, there was a 10-year-old girl who was exploited on Roblox by a man all the way over in England. And so we interviewed that victim's mother, and all of a sudden all these cases started developing, including the lawsuit by the Attorney General in Louisiana.
It's interesting you mentioned Florida, because we got an arrest there. We got it in Polk County, and it was a guy who possessed.
Polk County, as you know, is where Sheriff Grady Judd is, and they're very active in this space.
Oh, yeah.
We go to work with them as well. First of all, it breaks my heart, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with this as a younger guy on this particular platform. The fact that you were bullied and preyed upon and advantage of, and that it went to the extent it did. It breaks my heart, and this is why we do these investigations. But to see you at your age turn it into a positive and do something about it, I think is incredible and admirable.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
From a guy who's been kicking around doing this for 42 or 43 years now, it's really cool, because when I started on television, I was your age. I was 22 years old. So when I see a young person do this kind of work, it's very impressive to me, because I know what it takes.
Yeah, I mean, it's very crazy when you start looking into this stuff. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. Only gets more disturbing the more you see. And
well, and since we announced that we're doing this documentary and that you are collaborating, I am overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, I saw a tweet on.
Turn my mic up. Turn your mic up. Okay, I can turn up. Thank you, Idol. My stream setup thingy is a little messy. My mic is all the way up. Hold up. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? I don't know how to fix this. There. I think I fixed it. Sorry. This is like the best I can do. And what I can do, I can lower the volume of like the video is way louder than you. Actually. Okay.
On Twitter, it got like 160,000 likes that you're just even looking into the platform. Because that's the thing, people have known about these issues for so long, but journalists haven't done enough to like really look into it. And now it's starting to break into the world where everybody is starting to like be aware.
Do I need to fix it a little more?
Outlets cover it. And
yeah.
Look, we have the ability to infiltrate this world because we've been doing it for 21 years. First with To Catch a Predator, and for the last 2.5 years.
I'm gonna assume it's good now. Thank you.
So we know how to do
Nah,
this
it's fixed.
with
Okay,
law
cool.
enforcement. Now, a lot of people can go out and do this stuff independently, but here you are, a good example of somebody who has done the work and given it to law enforcement. And that's the key here, because if you expose these guys and make fun of them and do a Borat kind of thing like some other content creators, they often don't face the consequences. They don't have to register as offender. They don't get prosecuted.
Yeah, and I think the thing is too, a lot of the reason why I have to make this content is because we reach out to Roblox, we give them the emails, we give them all the information. They don't respond until after we publish a video that gets millions of views on YouTube. It makes me concerned, because if we're getting that, what are real victims getting?
Look, I understand a little bit Roblox situation here. What they're trying to do is follow the protocol. When they see something, they are mandated to report that to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which then refers it to law enforcement. And that's good, and they should be doing that. But why they wouldn't also take advantage of information given to them, wrapped with a bow around it, as you have done. It's stunning to me that they wouldn't see the opportunity here to be an ally of yours, as opposed to somebody who they're making an example of and saying,
oh, for sure.
The rules banning you. I don't understand that. From a corporate citizen aspect, it doesn't make sense. From a public relations standpoint, it doesn't make sense. And from a justice-seeking standpoint, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know, and I hope that during the course of this, that I'll get a chance to sit down with somebody at Roblox, and I have a feeling that's going to happen. But I'm going to be posing all of those questions when that interview takes place.
To young people who look up to you and see predators in online spaces, what is the single most important step that they can take to protect themselves?
I would be hesitant to tell people to conduct their own investigations, but I'm adamant that you got to report this stuff to your local law enforcement agency. You got to report it to the service provider. You got to report it to the platform. Hopefully, between those three things, you get some action. I think 15, 20 years ago, law enforcement would be a little overwhelmed by this and say, if you're in a small town, you go to the police department, say this happened, they say, okay, well,
Is this a Chris Hansen? Yes. Yes, it is. I apologize. I was checking on a old time friend. Yes, this is. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Or like, you know what? This is the most replayed, so how about we go
Is
here?
flying me
Let's
out
skip a
soon
little
to
bit.
actually feature in his Roblox documentary about exploitation. With everything that we've learned so far,
Yeah,
one
my mic
question
is fine.
persists.
Okay.
Why did I get this cease and desist? I'll let this alleged former Roblox employee answer this question for you.
You have to make a decision, right? You keep your players safe, but then it would be less of them on the platform. Or you just let them do what they want to do. And then all the
Jeez,
numbers
he's
look
like
good,
90 years
and
old and he's
investors
still
will be
catching.
happy.
Yes.
You might just be thinking this is one alleged Roblox employee. Well, Bloomberg
Also, allegedly, this is all allegedly. Think about it. These predators, alleged predators, have money. They're adults. They have adult money. So they're making revenue from this, from predators. Alleged predators. Right. I feel like I have to say this. They're making money from them. Because these people will buy Robux. They're like, yeah, kids will ask their parents or like steal their parents' credit cards. But you have adults that have adult money and are going to spend it.
is claiming that 8 Roblox employees told a very similar story to this in 2024. Roblox actively forces victims of the platform into arbitration, a tactic so unethical that platforms like Uber and Lyft actually have policies against doing this. The reason they're doing it is even more outrageous. Because this person received so many benefits from using the platform, he cannot now complain that Roblox is trying to prevent him from seeking justice in court for the life
Doesn't he want to do what all people does? I don't know, walking around in park or sleep. I don't know.
altering harm he suffered. Here's why I personally care so much about this problem.
Who's been offered free Robux to do something that was inappropriate in the game? Or someone has said, I'll give you some free Robux if you come and follow me on Snapchat or TikTok or something like that. Who's had that happen? Okay, loads of you.
I've seen a lot of corruption in big tech, but I've
This is
never seen a
wild.
company harm this many young people at the scale Roblox had. They can say whatever they want about safety or try to discredit me, but the arrests and their response to those arrests speak louder than any PR statement that they could
Period.
possibly.
It's Gideon. I called him Didion. Oh my god. Like I knew it was like Dion something, but
Make. This isn't just about moderation. The rot goes all the way up to the CEO, a man whose vision includes adding dating
let me guess. In kid games, there are bad people that try to does.
to this
Yeah,
platform
pretty
and defending
much.
predatory
Pretty
games
much.
like Meep City. It's not even negligence, it's his literal philosophy. The narrative around Roblox needs to change.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
People have to understand what this platform actually is.
I was like, I knew, like, I was like, I know the guy. Like, I seen his videos. I just forgot his name.
Share what's happening, talk about it. Make sure your friends, parents, journalists, and lawmakers know how deep
So I know before you showed up, I was calling him Didion. I was like, Didion doesn't sound right, but I'm like, it's similar. Oh my god. I was like, wait, Diddy?
problems run. Call your congressman and tell him he won't
This is
stand by while
wild.
Roblox puts children in danger. I've been sounding the alarm for over a year as a whistleblower, and Roblox's leadership has tried to silence me. What needs to happen is
Period.
David Baszucki needs to sit in front of Congress under oath.
I'm
And
sorry.
he needs to explain why so many people have been abducted and abused on his platform, and why his company is choosing profits over safety.
Dude, it's Roblox. Relax. I mean, like, I get what you mean, but it is a safety problem. Like, let's be real. It is a safety problem. There are so many kids on the platform. Like, like I'm not a kid. I am 20. I play Roblox once in a while, but there are kids that have been stuff happened to them in real life because of an interaction that they had on Roblox. That's not alleged, that's a fact. It has happened. The problem is that the safety could be better on Roblox. And that's what he's trying to advocate for. I mean, I get it. It's Roblox, but that's the point. Roblox is one of the biggest games out there, especially for children. And they're gonna start allowing dating, like these dating games in it. They have 17 plus games now. It's becoming, which, like, I don't want to make it sound like I'm a prude or anything. Like, it's becoming, they're trying to gear attention towards like adults, but it's also affecting children's safety. One of the easiest ways to for a predator to get in touch with a child is through social media and is through games they play. That's the problem. Yes. I'm not saying ban Roblox. It's just do better. Back in the day, they used ice cream trucks. Yeah, I see what you mean, and sometimes they still do, but it's preventable. Back in the day, kids used to go run up by themselves to the ice cream truck. You know how you could prevent that? Walking with your child. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm armed. Like, I'll fight you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always armed. I had like, so I'm just saying. My point is that there are things that are preventable. There are ways to go with safety. What was I saying? There are ways to go with safety. Arm, like bang bang or bonk bonk. Not saying. Anyways, um, bonk bonk is crazy. Um, it's just like you could do better. That's my point. Like, but Roblox is refusing to acknowledge some of this stuff, or they're like undermining it. Like, oh, it's like, oh, I don't know about this, but when the same guy brings it to the feds, he gets people arrested. Is a f- I don't know. I don't know. It's like I'm not really great with words, so I apologize if it doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying, like, there's ways to prevent